Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackers. Welcome to the Everyone is Here tournament. We are getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting to the close to the finals. We're making our way there, but we still got a few matches before we get there. But you guys know the deal. 100 characters are put into a tournament. I upload one of the matches as long as there is a match to upload for the day, and we vote between one of the two characters. And we got a really good matchup today. And we got a pretty interesting result as well. So, just time for me to put up the rules, I guess. Alright, rule number 1. This is for fun. That means you can vote for whoever you like. If you like the character, you are more than welcome to vote for him. That's a part of the rules. That's why this is for fun. It's all good, alright? But rule number 2, you only get 1 vote per person. Rule 3, how do you vote? Simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character that you are voting for. However, if you do like both the characters in the matchup and you're having a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you can vote for both. It's completely fine. Just simply type the word both. Otherwise, the rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, we're going to flip a coin on camera. It's the fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week. Meaning, when the episode first gets uploaded, you will have 7 days from that point to get your votes in. If your vote comes in after that 7-day period, well, your vote won't count because we've already moved on. So, speaking of moving on, you know the deal. Let's get to the results. Alright, so let's go over the results from last week. Again, loser bracket matchup, so somebody's being eliminated today. And boy, this was a close one. So the results are from the matchup of Agumon from the Digimon series, who was taking on Tails from the Sonic series, and the winner won by just 3 votes. 3 votes separated the winner and loser. Who got it? Whose Cinderella story continues, if you will, want to put it like that? Tails ended up winning this one, 42 votes to Agumon's 39 votes. So congrats to Tails. Moves on, we'll end up facing Crystal, and I believe that matchup will be coming up in just a few days, so Tails will be back very shortly. But unfortunately, Agumon has now been eliminated from the tournament. It sucks, but then again, every character except one will get eliminated at some point in this tournament, right? Because the winner doesn't get eliminated. But yeah, so congrats to Tails, and yeah, he gets to move on, so we're doing the same thing with today's matchup. We are going straight into Isaac, yeah, that assist trophy, Isaac, from Golden Sun, and he's got a big mountain to climb because his opponent, Reimu from the Toho Project, who has absolutely been destroying it as of late. Eggman put up a pretty good fight in her last matchup, but not quite enough to topple her, so we'll see how this one plays out. So, Isaac out first now. I guess you have to be a little, I guess we'll say, open-minded, which is kind of what the other tournament is, which, by the way, another double upload day, 1 from each tournament. There are 2 different tournaments going on, so if you want to see Isaac, yeah, you're going to have to say, alright, yeah, I believe there could, not that there's a guarantee, but there could be a possibility that there might be an upgrade, alright? Like, there's a lot of ifs there, but who knows, maybe, you never know. So, again, some people are under the impression, I think it makes a little bit of sense for Fighter Pass 2, and what I mean is, Nintendo might have looked at Fighter Pass 2 and said, alright, the first one sold very well, so maybe Fighter Pass 2 is going to be a way to give back to the fans, the ones that have been like, hey, we've wanted this character, we want that character, we supported your game, it was like the best-selling Switch game of all time, and you know how fast it did, and then Pokemon ended up overtaking that. But it's like Isaac is a part of the group of characters that has been really wanted for a while, has been a part of that group of assist trophies that people want to see upgraded, promoted to playable character status. And we all know his story. Started as an assist trophy in Smash Brawl, which was pretty cool. It's like, yo, Isaac getting a little representation. Okay, that's kind of cool. Maybe moving forward into the future installments, maybe he's got a chance for playable. Randomly gets removed from Wii U 3DS. Still don't know why. And then Ultimate gets announced and it's like, okay, they got to bring Isaac back, right? They're going to make him a playable character this time. He was one of the more requested, more speculated first-party characters to join the roster. He came back, but the good news is always that he got upgraded from his assist trophy to assist trophy plus, if you want to put it like that. Basically, obviously his character got reworked, new render, new model, and all that stuff. And then he does even more than what he did before. So that was cool to see. It's like, all right, hey, maybe it was Nintendo's way of saying we're sorry for removing him. He's back, and he's a little bit better than before. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of a nod. So Nintendo was aware that Isaac has a pretty decent following amongst the Smash community, and people want to see him playable. Golden Sun, the franchise, however, it's kind of not doing nothing right now. So I don't know if that plays a factor. Then again, we look at all the random characters that we always get from franchises. Look at the characters that are in the roster currently that are from franchises that are not doing nothing. So maybe that isn't really a big of a factor, especially with what Sakurai said sometime towards the end of last year, where it was like, hey, a character doesn't have to just be recognizable. It's more important that they're fun. And I think Isaac would have a pretty fun moveset. So yeah, he's another anime swordsman, but there's a lot to his character. So his assist trophy, we know he's got his synergy hand, which comes out and pushes you. So, that would probably have to be his neutral special, right? Just a big synergy hand. Maybe no damage. Maybe it's just a move that pushes somebody out of the way. So maybe it's a move that's based on what your opponent, how much damage your opponent has. So 0 to 30% or something like that, for example. It'll have a little bit of knockback. It won't push them too much. But then say 31 to 65%. Again, I'm making up some examples here. 31 to 65%, whatever. It's going to have a little bit more knockback. And then, higher your percentage, the more knockback it's going to have on the opponent, which would be kind of cool. We don't necessarily... I mean, we have the flood. Mario's got his flood, his down special, but that's not really based on percentage points, It's just kind of like, hey, I'm just going to shoot, get out of here. And Squirrel kind of has the same thing, right? So, another move kind of like that is, there's not really that many. So, characters that are really good at ledge guarding, stuff like that would be such a cool move. And that's just one move. Of course, the synergy hand, you could use it in other different ways. As an assist trophy, it does end up slamming down. It does grab you. You can do more stuff with it. But there's a lot more to his arsenal, to his moveset than that. He's got vines that can end up shooting up from the ground. You could end up using that somehow. I still haven't quite... I mean, maybe it's just a random vine that just appears and he climbs it up. I was thinking maybe you could use that as like a up special for like a recovery sort of move, potentially. Maybe you could use it as a down smash, or maybe down special, where vines just kind of like come out and maybe... they'll kind of like latch onto an opponent, kind of like it would be like a stun sort of effect. So it grabs onto him for a brief period of time, and then Isaac's able to follow it up, maybe a forward smash or something. Yeah, he does have a blade, he does have a sword, so probably in the moveset. Probably, maybe, but he's got Earthquake. I think he is able to cast out like boulders, flying rocks, something like that would be kind of cool for like I don't know, like. What about maybe that could be a down smash? And hear me out. Like rocks would come falling down from, and it would cover like to the right and left of him, so it would have pretty good coverage. Something like that could be pretty useful, pretty intense. So just kind of fun stuff there. Isaac definitely has a moveset, RPG. He's got some good stuff going for him. I truly like him. He's definitely one of my more wanted characters. Where did he come out at? Number 4? No, that was Agumon. Where did Isaac come out? Number 6 or 7 or something? He's a top 10 character that I truly do want. I have been a fan since Brawl. I want to see him. So maybe he gets in, maybe he doesn't. But hopefully someday he does get promoted. Maybe it's Smash Ultimate. I don't know. We don't know Nintendo's agenda. But he's going to need all hands on deck for this one. Get it? Because his synergy hand. Yeah, funny. But he's going to need all hands on deck for this matchup if he wants to somehow topple the new juggernaut, or one of the newest juggernauts of this tournament, Reimu from the Toho project, who, again, has been absolutely slaying it in every single match like her last 4 or 5 matches, she's topped the triple digits. I think. Let me go back to the tournament because I think there's only one match where she did not get 100 votes. Was that her first match? Dropping into Reimu. Yes, Reimu. Here we go. No. Whoa. Actually, hold on. There's 2 matches, but that was early in the tournament. So she's had 2 matches where she did not get 100. One against Jibanyan from Yokai Watch, exterminating yokais, but only 48 votes. Then jumped up to 76 against 2B, and then from there she just went on a rampage. The fan base, they showed back up, and like, wow, just going crazy. So the fan base is absolutely there backing her, and that has to be, something said, right? There's got to be something there. Maybe, again, if we're going with the notion that Nintendo's using Fighter Pass 2 or making Fighter Pass 2 for the fans, look, I mean, you got to look at the communities that are supporting their character the most, and Reimu's definitely one of the top 4 Smash communities going around. Just so much popularity, and I think it's really easy to actually use the character. Like, there's so many games in the Toho universe, I believe, that I forget how the whole thing works. It's like really easy to kind of just use the rights, I think. Somebody's got to let me know. I always get this confused, but it sounds like you can just kind of use the rights to the Toho project and just give them credit. That's all it has to do. I mean, Nintendo's not going to just like go, all right, we're taking the character, thanks, bye. No, Nintendo's a company. They're still going to work out a deal if Reimu happens to get in Smash Bros. But like it's, I don't know. I find that very admirable that the company that's behind Reimu in this case is just kind of like, hey, we want to get our character out there. We want people to know who this is. We want people to just play our stuff, get an idea of what our character is. Again, before this tournament started, I had no idea what a Reimu is. I called her Reimu. I still kind of do once in a while by mistake. But as the tournament's been progressing, I've just been able to learn a lot. And that's kind of the one thing I always say about these tournaments that I did. The reason I started the very first one, and pretty much every tournament since, is I get to learn about, and hopefully you guys do to some degree, you get to learn about these new characters that people do like, that people really are backing, and it's so, to me, that's such a cool thing to see. That is really cool. So like I've flipped my stance on a few characters, and Reimu's starting to kind of get there. I'm still not the biggest fan of her, I'm going to be completely honest, but going over moveset wise, which seems like she could either be really broken or just a character that's like, all right, maybe there's a big learning curve on it, so it's like, no thanks, I'll just play the characters that I like. But I can't argue though, play style wise. So if we want to go by Smash Ultimate and their the first Fighter Pass, how each character kind of had like a gimmick, I guess we're saying, or special technique, special whatever it is, Reimu could definitely have that. We talked about that in her last couple matches, where it was like a grazing mechanic, where it's kind of like any attack that gets close but doesn't deal damage ends up kind of building up, I guess, a meter over time, and then your attacks get stronger and stronger, and that's such a cool idea. That itself, just based on a whole moveset just around, okay, I just missed an attack, but the next one could be just a bit stronger because I missed now. So it's kind of like, maybe you get a little punished for being ultra aggressive and trying to really chase down your opponents, even if you're missing your attacks. It's okay. You're going to kind of help your character a little bit as well. So, I mean, I could kind of see, maybe in a way she's, I don't know if this will make sense, but maybe she's a little similar to like Lucario. Like, she'll get, I guess, stronger the later the game goes. I guess I could see that kind of maybe being something similar, So, fun idea. She's got projectiles. I've talked about that yin-yang orb that can kind of bounce all around the screen. But, depending on how fast it goes, it could be really awesome, or just kind of a, okay, hey, watch out for that thing, it's coming towards me. But moveset is there, popularity. I still say popularity is a question mark, only because when I read these comments, there's still quite a bit of people that say, what is a Reimu? Who is she? I've never heard of her. There's still, I mean, she's an indie character first and foremost, right? So it's kind of like, yes, it might be a niche, pick for a character, especially for Smash Bros. and especially the way that they've been doing indie characters recently. You know, they get the deluxe me costume treatment. Maybe Reimu ends up getting that sort of route. Maybe. I guess she could kind of work that way, right? I suppose. But, yeah, again, well, Reimu is slowly kind of, like, growing on me a little bit, where I'm definitely recognizing the potential for sure. And, of course, everyone always tells me, banger music. You guys gave me some suggestions a few weeks ago. I got to listen to some of them, and yeah, I can't argue. You got some good stuff. I don't remember any of the song names. Sorry, I'm bad with that. But there were some good ones that you guys left, and I was like, all right, yeah. If Toho gets in, even if she gets like just the me costume deluxe, and she comes with one music track, I mean, to me that'd be kind of cool. Just for the music alone, I guess that would be worth the me costume pack if that were to happen. But for this one, I've just been a fan of Isaac so much longer. I like the style. I just like the character better. Isaac has my vote in this one, so we'll see what happens. Who are you voting for? Isaac, Reimu, or both? They're all good options. That is it for this one, so sneak peek for tomorrow. Yes, we will have another tournament. Another matchup from this tournament. We're not doing a third tournament. No. But, so the matchup for tomorrow, we are going to have Bomberman, from Bomberman. Wow. But he's taking on the Super Soldier Master Chief from the Halo series, so that could be a good matchup, actually. I think that could be really good. Bomberman's got a lot of support right now, and Master Chief's somewhat of a, I don't know, popular pick, I guess you could say. We'll see how that one plays out, but the results, we'll end up seeing who ended up winning between Scorpion and Ryu Hayabusa. That's tomorrow. Today's wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed, and again, remember, 2 uploads. Later today, another upload from the other tournament, so make sure you get your votes in for that one. But that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.